Hi. In this session, we will be talking more about what is web intelligence and how we can use this web intelligence to create reports, and basically gives the overall introduction to WebI. So when if we recollect who are all the people who work in business objects, so we have a designer community where they will be acting as an architects for business objects, where they create the metadata layer. They use the thick client called as designer. The next set of group is basically the administration folks. So the administrators use a thin client, which is basically your CMC component, which is central management console. When it comes to the developer or an analyst community, either they use desktop intelligence or they use web intelligence. So these two are the reporting tools which comes with business objects. Desktop intelligence is a thick client and your web intelligence is a thin client. So now how do we access this? So basically I'm just showing the demo on how it is, how the URL, this URLs will be provided to you by your business objects administrator. So you will have the server name, port name, business objects enterprise, administration launch. Okay, so basically this, when you go to that URL, you will see this particular screen where you have this business objects and you have two entry points. One is basically your central management console. So this is the main administration utility for business objects, and there is an info view, is a window of broad range of useful business information around your company, your analysis, what you need to make your job much easier, and what are all the data points you need to collect so that you can understand your business better. That is what InfoView portal is. So now what is web intelligence? So web intelligence is part of your InfoView portal. So if you want to create a report using WebI, first you log into InfoView. From the InfoView you create your new WebI document if you have the access to that, or if you have permission to create a new report as such. So now we'll just talk about a little more on what is the WebI at a very overall picture. So it's the reporting tool in Business Object Suite. Users can create reports using the browser based application. Using web intelligence, we can access universes which are in the repository. Now if you think about the desktop intelligence in contrast, you can access your universes which are available in your local, as well as the repository universes which are available in your repository. Whereas when it comes to WebI, you can access only universes which are available in your repository, because it's a browser based which is directly connecting to your server. It doesn't have an idea of what you have in your local machines. So now why we have two different tools? One is WebI and the other one is desktop intelligence. Desktop intelligence is a client tool which got designed way in years before. Now as all of the applications are moving to the browser based, the same functionality is being replicated to web intelligence, plus it also has good amount of additional functionalities what we may not have it in the Desky area. So it works in a similar way. For example, in a desktop intelligence, what do we create? We create a document. So similarly, in web intelligence also we create a document called as WebI document instead of Desky document. Okay, in which we it is same. The document will contain a data layer. The data layer can be represented in multiple reports as such. If you are a user who can use only WebI or directly, then you won't get the link where you can actually see both central management console as well as InfoView. If you are an administrator, you can see both. If you are a developer or an analyst who is going to use only InfoView, then you won't have access to this particular utility. So you will get access to only InfoView. So I'm going to launch the InfoView. So if you click on InfoView, you will see you have the desktop launch of InfoView and log on. So once you get your administrator username and password, so then you can enter that information to log into InfoView. So this is what you are seeing is the InfoView. So now in this InfoView, it gives you an idea of how it looks like. So you have my folders, you have public folders, and whenever you create your own reports, you can typically save it in your my folder. So mostly used objects, or it can be reports, it can be any of the links what you would like to do analysis on. You can have all those in your own folders, and you also have public folders, so you can have control, you can provide control to certain users to certain folders so that they can access only certain reports within reports. This is how you kind of control your access to the reporting environment of business objects. So now this basically, when you log in, it goes into home page. So here you can, if you want to personalize your home info view for your own, then you can go ahead and do the personalize info view, or go to directly your inbox, where you can actually see what are all the emails you received, which somebody sent it through your business objects environment. Now, when it comes to some more information about the web intelligence, it's a 3-tier architecture, and it is basically known as the thin client. We use, how do we use the WebAI? We use the same drag and drop mechanism in the, as in desktop intelligence. It also contains the result window and conditions window, through which you can pretty much drag and drop the objects what you would like to see. So now we are going to create a new WebAI document. So when you click on the new WebAI document, web intelligence document, so this is going to just give you an idea of what are all the universes we have. So in this universes, it will give you in the repository how many universes we have. So basically it gives you all the universes I have in the server. So I'm going to click on the eFashion universe, so that it gives you the it is going to use the eFashion database to create a new report. So you can create a so now it is going to run the web intelligence Java report panel, because I choose the Java reporting environment as the interface through which we can develop a report. So there are you also have HTML Java as well. So you can choose based on your configuration of your business objects, either you can choose the HTML version or you can use the Java, but 90% of the times we always use the Java reporting environment, so that the look and feel is better, the functionality is rich and stuff like that. Okay, so now we can come back to this. So we can create, it is, now you are already familiar with desktop intelligence. So whatever you are doing in desktop intelligence can be recreated in web intelligence to an extent. So we cannot replicate all the things what we can do it and Desky into the web intelligence. Maybe in the future, maybe after couple of more releases, there may be, you will have all the functionalities what you are able to do it in desktop intelligence to web intelligence. So there are